It is perhaps the sweetest product to come out of Deadwood since the gold rush. Their chocolates are now a national name. But how did it all get started and what's next? Tonight, Before the Fame, the untold story of Chubby Chipmunk along the way in Deadwood. Chubby Chipmunk chocolates have mouths watering from Deadwood to Hollywood, part of celebrity gift bags at the Grammy Awards twice, the Oscars once. But when Chip Totkiss opened her shop in 2005 in an old, empty Sinclair station, she was both the owner and only employee, making up songs as she worked.
We're Chubby Chipmunk Chocolates, and we're here to fill your pockets with the bestest tasting chocolates in the world.
And truth be told, her chocolate shop was an afterthought.
My husband, who is into motorcycles, said, well, why don't we rent that building and I can work on motorcycles? And that was this old gas station. So we rented it, and then it was kind of like, well, what am I supposed to do?
Open a chocolate shop, I guess, in part of the old gas station. But guess what else? Deadwood was not the first Chubby Chipmunk. Her first shop was back in the 70s in Southern California, where she was born and raised.
When I had my very first little bakery, I specialized in flavored cheesecakes, which weren't really popular at the time.
She also sold chocolates, but it was a story she read about another California woman making something called truffles that stirred up a fresh passion in the taste buds of her heart.
So I read more, and when I saw that the main ingredients were butter, chocolate, and cream, I just went, that's what I'm going to make.
After a year, she went back to nursing. Being a chocolatier was not yet her career. When her husband Jim retired from the Air Force, he wanted to live in Deadwood, where she continued her career in nursing. But one day she got hurt working on a rental property they'd bought, so she had to take time off from nursing to heal, which led to giving Chubby Chipmunk a second shot, this time in Deadwood. Her expectations were not high.
Make a little bit of pocket change and keep myself busy till I could go back to my real job.
She has always loved chocolate.
The Deadwood shop is hoppin', and the chipmunks are all boppin'. As they place the final toppings on the truffles, you'll be poppin'.
As a kid, she loved the Chip and Dale cartoon chipmunks, insisted her sister would be Dale and she would be Chip. The nickname stuck. Her real first name is Mary. As for the name of the business in California, and now here, her mother suggested something to do with chipmunks.
And I said, yeah, but chipmunk what? And she said, why not Chubby Chipmunk? So Chubby Chipmunk it became. Keep them truffles rollin', oh my. Don't try to compromise them, just scoop and roll and size them. Soon they'll be dipped in dark and light. Bag 'em up, box 'em up, box 'em up, bag 'em up.
Ever wonder how they came up with the logo for Chubby Chipmunk? That's actually a story in itself. Her closest friend, Misha, was dying of cancer down in Arizona and asked Chip if she could do the logo.
And she goes, really, trust me, this is gonna be great. And her next door neighbor was a gentleman whose name is Scott Bassett, who is now my total artist for everything I need.
Fassett has animating experience, including work for Walt Disney. Misha posed in positions that would ultimately become, through the magic of Fassett's work, the logo we see today.
And I just was blown away, totally blown away.
Misha started this scrapbook for her friend of about 30 years before she passed away. Chip says they both had blue eyes, long blonde hair, and wore black biker boots. Keeping that in mind, take a look at the logo.
It's kind of where I look at this and there's Misha. And so I keep her alive through Miss Chubby.
Turns out Chip never went back to nursing. Her chocolate shop took over the entire building, and that's what happened before the fame.
Rollin', 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 goodbye.
If you've met someone cool along the way, please call or email us to let us know. So just how popular are her chocolates? She says she passed up an offer to sell at Macy's because they wanted to have her add preservatives, and also passed on an offer from Walmart because she didn't feel it was the right fit for upscale chocolates. And then just last week she said Amazon contacted her and asked her to sell there, and she says she is seriously considering saying yes to that one, but it would only be the candy bars, not the truffles.